Hey guys, it is me, Leah, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. Give me a sec. Sorry guys, I just had to check my phone real quick for something. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about Baddies Caribbean and my thoughts on it. And we're going to also be talking about Baddies Midwest auditions. And depends if I have time. I think I am also going to be doing a reacting video on Jocelyn's Cabaret, Texas. But before we get into the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Please, thank you. And yes, I did change my lipstick. But first, let's start off with Baddies Caribbean. There's a lot I have to say about this season. Hectic. Very hectic. I will get into the things that I don't like and I don't like. But first, I'm going to give my opinion on how I think the season was. I personally, this is my opinion, but I personally believe that this season of Baddies was chaotic and hectic. Like, if I were to give it a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, I would give this a solid 8.9. It was hectic. Fights keep happening. You couldn't even go anywhere without people getting into fights or anywhere. And I just feel like that I just feel like that this season, no one really got to the bag. If anything, I feel like this season, most people spending the majority of their time fighting and not even getting to the bag. But that's me. That's my opinion. So don't come at me or anything. But yeah, I did like some of the new, not the replacements, but I did like the people that were my favorite this season's was definitely Anna, definitely Tasiki, and also Tinkerbella, and also Diamond this season. But if I would have to pick one out of all of them, I would say Anna. Like the reason why I say Anna, because Anna really just try to like have a vibe. Like, she tries to avoid fights, but it's not her fault that people keep playing with her in her name. But things I didn't like about Baddies Caribbean. I didn't like the fact that there was like a bunch of girls this season. First and foremost, I feel like that 10, maybe 11 girls all in the same house is good enough. But that's my opinion. I feel like 10, maybe 11 is good. I believe there was just a whole bunch of mess. And, excuse me, And another thing too that I didn't like about it, I didn't like the fact that a bunch of people were trying to get camera time, and for when the cameras came on, people started to act a different way. Like, you could just be yourself. Like, you could just be yourself and stuff. From when, and then on top of that too, from when, like, the clout was so big in Baddies Caribbean that anybody, I feel like, would have done anything just to get clout. And I'm not saying everybody, but majorities of the girls, I feel like. When the camera started rolling, the whole demeanor started to change. That's what I didn't like about it. And another thing I didn't like the fact that, like I already said before, there was a bunch of fights. I just didn't like the fact that it doesn't bother me, but it kind of wears me out about how the baddies are willing to square up with each other, then afterwards go out to the club. Like, I'm sorry, but if I were to square up with somebody that I didn't like and I had to go to the club with them, I would have stood my ass at home. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. And other thing, I didn't like the whole jumping thing. Like, I don't like it when people jump into fights or anything like that. Like, I feel like it should be fair. If someone wants to fight someone one-on-one, let them fight that person. But they just try to jump in and stuff. So it's like, really, it doesn't like make a lot of sense, really. And it's like, you know what I notice? From when every time someone gets into a fight, that person that didn't start the fight is wrong, I feel like. But the person that initiated the fight is never wrong. From when this season was just a wild goose chase to me, in my opinion. There was just a lot of things that were just off the brim, that it could have been a billion times better. And no one this season really got to the bag. People would rather fight day after day after day before getting to the bag. To me personally, this was probably one of the worst seasons of Baddies that I ever watched. And I'm like, every time I watch these people, I'm like, damn, this is how y'all be living? I don't know about y'all, but I know I couldn't live like that. I couldn't. I would be happy with the money that I would get at the end of the day, but I just couldn't deal with that every single day, waking up and just squaring up with people from morning to the afternoon to night till dawn. No. Okay. Things I did like about Baddies. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I did like the fact that a lot of people push the drama aside this season. Like, for an example, Tinka and Diamond, as much as they hated each other from the very beginning, I really love the fact that they actually ended up getting along with each other at the very end, and they had no issues anymore. I really liked that. And from when I was watching Tink's music video of her and Diamond, that really made me happy. Like, I generally wanted those two to become like friends, if that makes sense, and stuff. And I feel bad for Tink. I feel bad for Tink only because of the fact that she lost someone who was like a sister to her. And to be honest with you, she's messed up for doing that to Tink. I don't care what anybody says. Your sister is messed up for what she did. And I'm just happy that they actually got it a friendship now. And Tinkerbella is also one of my favorites. And I did like the fact that for when Callie and Gretchen were trying to reverse Scotty and Rolly, yeah, they had a little argument afterwards and stuff like that. But I really liked the fact that Gretchen, even though they got the little squabbles, and I did like the fact that Callie checked Gretchen a little bit, but not to the extent where it's like, oh my gosh, I really want to fight you, if that makes sense. Because when I saw them actually arguing, it didn't look like neither of them wanted to fight each other. That, to me, right there, is friends. Like, and stuff. Even though that may not make sense or anything, but it's like the vibe itself in the moment right there. I could just see it in their faces that neither one of them wanted to fight each other. And then afterwards, the makeup and stuff, that really blowed my heart away and stuff. And then for when I also started to see, Callie sticking up for Gretchen for when Scotty and stuff like that came downstairs. I liked the fact that Callie legit tried to stick up for Gretchen and stuff, and then for when she got snuck, she tried to fight for her friend. I did really like that about this season of Baddies. That is probably like one of the most scenes that took my breath away, because in real life, if one of my friends got snuck like that, I'll be on that person's ass. And I would tell them straight up. So, the other part that I did like about Baddies that also broke my heart, but also bring my heart back in the happy places, from when Anna and Mariah got into that situation. I was really sad for a moment when I saw Mariah and stuff like that, just her and Anna going at it. That really hurt in my feelings. I started to cry for when I saw those two fighting. And then for when they made up, and for when Anna started to cry, then for when Mariah started to cry, I started to cry. Because it's like, it just broke my heart to see, because they really rocked it with each other. Like, they're, like, I forgot the season of last year. Damn. The last season of Baddies, I forgot, but I really enjoyed that they decided to meet up. And another thing too is that I also liked the fact that Callie called out basically a bunch of women at the table at the very last episode, and basically called Natalie and Jayla bullies and stuff like that. Because, no shade, to me, in my eyes, I agree with Callie. to a certain extent, I feel like those two are bully material to me in my eyes. And I love the fact that she said that in front of them. And also, I love the fact too that Diamond pretty much called everybody out at the very end of the video, basically saying that, oh, why is everybody mad? Why is everybody saying, oh, she deserves a chain now, for when all y'all were saying, oh, she didn't deserve, for when she didn't even deserve a chain. And then for when people clocked it, and then for when she clocked it, a lot of people were against her. I didn't like that. That is the truth. So pretty much, this was my least favorite season of Baddies. And to be honest with you, you guys couldn't have not done this. You guys could have done anything else in the world, but it's pretty much given clout. Clout chasers are hungry for money, which that's fine, do you, get the bag, do what everybody makes you happy and stuff, but at the same time, you all know what you signed up for. But Baddies Midwest auditions. Now, things I did like and things I didn't like. I did like the fact that New York and Asian Doll were there. Those are my two favorite people. And I'm happy that really things I did like. I didn't like the fact the camera point of view went like all different areas, if that makes sense. So yeah, I didn't like that factor at all. And then for when it got to like certain parts of the video, people were just fighting already, and I'm like, damn, we just started watching and there's already been a squabble or two. But for when all the ladies came out, I didn't like the fact that someone threw water at Mariah right away. And then for when she tried to like hit the girl, they ended up breaking it up. I'm not sure if she got her or anything, but I did see her throw her bag at her, but I'm not sure if it hit her. But I did like the fact that they did escort that girl out. And I also did like the fact that, there was a lot of personalities. A lot. There was a lot of personalities. Excuse me. And then I did like this season of basically Anna was basically like checking Mariah the whole time about certain things. I personally like that about her, and that's the reason why she's my favorite this season and stuff. I am a little bit sad that she might not come back. I am a little bit sad because Anna's legit one of my top favorites. And I also did like the fact that, a bunch of women were just trying to be themselves, really. But the part that I really liked it the most is for when Anna clocked that girl about, oh, she has rings on. And then she tried to grab she tried to tell security or anybody, I think, I'm not 100% sure, that get her ticket. She does not deserve, get her ticket. She's not getting a ticket. She tried to fight Lorenzo. And I kind of got Sapphire. Yeah, that girl didn't have to get in the ring, but if you are gonna fight, don't fight with rings on. If that's kind of like basically assault, basically, to me in my eyes. Like, she could get in serious trouble, but she wanted to get in the paint. That's my opinion. I just don't think it was right. And I did like the fact for when she tried to clock everybody, like basically saying to everybody that she'll fight anybody right here, right now. I did like the fact that she said that, because that is messed up. Her whole eyebrow was bleeding because of the fact of that lady. And I did like the fact that she also stood on business. And I'm not saying that any of the other baddies didn't stood on business. It's just, it's like, so you're okay with potentially losing your ticket. And then another thing I didn't like about it, I didn't like at the very end of how Mariah got snucked at the very end by that lady. And then I saw Anna trying to fight her, and I loved that. I loved that for them and stuff. And I did like the fact too for when they basically, like, anytime Mariah or Anna got into a fight, Mariah or Anna were there for each other, like anybody, and stuff. And then from when that happened, then there was the same old, basically, the other team and stuff. To me personally, I liked the group that Mariah and that I loved the group that Mariah and Anna were in, and Meatball and Biggie and Sapphire. I loved that group. But I wish they would have put Tasiki with them. Like, are you sure, Anna, not to sound no shade, but are you sure they just couldn't have taken Biggie and put her for where Rolly, Scotty, and Tinkerbella, and for where Tasiki was? Like, can we just switch Biggie and Tasiki and put Tasiki for where the other group is, and then Biggie could be on that other side of the group? Oh, and Jayla. Yeah, but I'm excited to see the next Baddies audition show. It looks like Asian Doll got into the ring with a fan, maybe, or a girl that was just there. Which, to be honest with you, it looks like Asian Doll ate her up for what I saw. But yeah, that's all my thoughts on Baddies Caribbean. If there's anything, and also about the Baddies audition, if there's anything that I have to say as a final word, don't fight with rings on. If you're going on a show, stand on business and make that money. And if anybody sneaks you, make sure you got some real ass friends behind you to help you into that fight. That's all I have to say. And wherever you guys are, I hope you all are having a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are. I love you all. And I hope you all have a blessed day. And yeah, bye.